Good morning, students. We are continuing the class for alkaloids about the isoquinoline alkaloids. Example, I have taken only one, that is, even you can say opium alkaloids, because not only isoquinoline alkaloids, they have specific opium alkaloids like morphine, codeine, thebaine. They are specific, not isoquinoline, but still isoquinoline, papaverine are there. So isoquinoline alkaloids, opium alkaloids, just we specify because they used to say opium alkaloids because there is 50 different alkaloids are present in opium, and centuries we were using depending on opium for various medicinal uses. So we will have a discussion about the opium alkaloids today, which may be it's a narcotic drug which cannot be cultivated without permission of the government, and cannot be kept also, cannot be collected also. So this is isoquinoline structure. We have seen about the quinoline structure, example cinchona alkaloids, quinine. You remember, this is isoquinoline. In the number 2 position, the nitrogen is present in the naphthalene ring. But there in the number 1 position, then it is called quinoline. There's 2 structure I have shown in the below also. Quinoline and isoquinoline, what is the difference? You should know that, chemical structure. And opium alkaloids, opium, we can say opium. Definition: opium, raw opium, is an unorganized drug, which is latex, is the latex obtained by insertion from the unripe capsule, that means fruit capsules of Papaver somniferum from Papaveraceae family. It's a dried partially by spontaneous evaporation and partly by artificial heat. Commercially known as Indian opium is also available in our country. British Pharmacopoeia monograph: opium is intended only as a starting point for the manufacturing of galenicals and should not be dispensed as such. You can see this is the opium plant picture. It height 1 to 2 meters height also is possible, and the fruits are hanging like that, and flowers are red and white, usually white color flowers according to the variety Papaver somniferum, which is seen in the Afghanistan, is the most cultivated plant and exported. Geographical source: India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkey, that is Turkey, Russia and China. Cultivation, collection and preparation, very important. This is the fruit after insertion. You will get that white colored dots is the latex which is exudated due to the scratches made or the insertion made. There are more than 50 different species existing in the genes of Papaver somniferum or Papaver, out of which 6 species are found in India, like Papaver nordicae, Papaver royes, Papaver arigmon, and Papaver dubium, Papaver somniferum, which was the most used, and Papaver orientale. It is an erect plant having 60 to 110 centimeter, that I told 1 meter and above height approximately. It is branched, having linear, oblong or ovate, oblong leaves, bluish white, violet or purplish flowers, usually white. Cultivation of opium is mainly done in certain regions like in India, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, under government supervision. The yield depends upon weather conditions. It grows well in usually temperate climate. It can also grow well in winter season, but extreme cold and frost adversely affect the plant and the yield of opium. The cool weather without freezing, temperature and fog or cloudiness will or with full sunshine favor the growth of plant and gives better yield. This is the original plant picture which you can see there. It grows in November to March month. The propagation mainly done by seeds, showing generally 3 to 4 kg seeds per hectare are required. The seeds are mixed with sand 1:3 and sown in soil. The well-drained loamy soil is preferred for cultivation. The soil should have pH 7, but better cultivation in pH 7. Organic matters and fertilizers are supplied for cultivation. The distance should be 25 centimeter in between two plants. The plant reaches up to 1 meter height, even 1.1 also. During the maturity period, the capsule exudes maximum latex, which shows a color change from dark green to light green. Such capsules are incised vertically as shown in the picture, incised vertically in the afternoon with the help of a specific needle shaped apparatus called nuster. This nuster you can see that, or nuster you can say, or nustur they used to say sometimes, nustur, nustur, N-U-S-H-T-U-R. You can see the man how he is catching in his hand, keeping in this finger in between, and he is scraping using that nustur. Latex exudates out and thickens due to cold weather in night, which is eventually scrapped and collected next morning by an iron scoop called enarpala. Insertion is repeated 4 times. Latex is collected in plastic container. The capsules, after that the capsules are collected and dried and in open area, and further the seeds are separated by beating, and it is also sold for the market. It can be used for even, it's not having an narcotic in the seeds, it can be used for food purpose preparation of various preparations. People used to use that seeds, the small seeds. This is a picture which shows about that nustur or nustur, N-U-S-T-U-R-E, the first one C mentioned. B is the Indian Afghanistan opium, which we are making insertion longitudinally by using nustur. And the A, this picture, the shorten, widen capsule of the fruit, which is made an insertion horizontally, is made this type of insertion in Turkish opium. So this is a picture and this is a video which can be seen. Just we can observe how the plants, how the opium plantations, cultivation made, and how people are working, and the white flower, you can see the white flower and the insertion made, and how the collection of the latex is made from the fruit capsule of Papaver somniferum collection. It gives you a good idea to know about this narcotic drug it is. This is the capsule with latex which is exudated. He is showing that dried and the color change, they will be scrap it out and it will be collected. And when we come to the macroscopical characters, the odor is strong, characteristic, taste is bitter taste, and the commercial variety of opium in their appearance. What is this appearance? Commercial variety, Indian opium. Color is dark brown. Form is cubical pieces. Fracture is brittle. Persian opium, if you see the color is dark brown, the same. Form is brick shape and masses. Nature, hygroscopic, granular and smooth. So there is a difference. Turkish opium, color is brown and dark brown only. Maybe a little more dark. Form is conical, rounded and flattened masses. Chinese opium is also dark brown, but the cake is globular cake. So by the form and the fracture, it is possible for you to identify from where this opium has come. Chemical constituents. Opium contains more than 30 alkaloids which are largely combined with organic acid, meconic acid. This you remember the students. Meconic acid, it's in the form of salt with meconic acid. That's a chemical, even chemical test when you study, we will say due to presence of meconic acid, we will get this color. So meconic acid, all the secondary metabolites or all the alkaloids which is present in the opium, they are made in with a combination with, or made with, combined with, made with a salt with meconic acid in nature. The drug also contains sugar salts, albuminous substance, coloring matter and water. 6 principal alkaloids are morphine, codeine, thebaine, noscopine, also it is called as narcotine, narcine, papaverine. The first group consists of phenanthrene nucleus, 3 6-membered nucleus. Phenanthrene nucleus, 3 6-membered nucleus. 2 6-membered means naphthalene. 3 6-membered means phenanthrene. 1 6-membered means benzene. These all things you might have studied in your, even without heterocyclic nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, then we will say aromaticity. So you can see phenanthrene nucleus is present in morphine groups, whereas papaverine group are isoquinoline structure. Benzyl nitrogen is present inside the ring and it is benzyl isoquinoline. Second position of the naphthalene, if you present nitrogen, then we say isoquinoline structure. So papaverine groups are present, benzyl isoquinoline groups, and the morphine, codeine, thebaine, they are morphine nucleus or phenanthrene nucleus. This student, any student can remember, and you can write in chemistry wise, you can write very clearly. The morphine molecules have both phenolic and alcoholic hydroxyl group, and an acetylated form of the morphine is diacetyl morphine or heroin. Everybody knows heroin is one of the drug which is most commonly, which is misused and addicted, and various countries are been, you may be knowing it is a narcotic. So this is an diacetyl or acetylated morphine. Diacetylated morphine is heroin. So dimethylated is actually, methylation is different and acetylation is methyl. Diacetylated morphine is becoming heroin. But morphine, when it is dimethylated, it becomes thibine. Monomethylated, then it becomes codeine. So methylated morphine is codeine, dimethylated morphine is thibine, and diacetylated morphine is heroin. The student can remember very clearly what I said now. Codeine is an ether, you can say, because methoxy group, one hydrogen is removed, OH is hydrogen is removed and CH3 is added, methylated I told, methyl morphine, but it is an ether form, ROR. So codeine is an ether form of morphine or methylated morphine, methyl morphine. Meconic acid, which I said in the first line, is a dibasic and EC detected either free state or meconate with an alkaloid makes a salt by forming of a deep red color on addition of ferric chloride. So this meconic acid will react with ferric chloride. So if you see the chemical test, we will use ferric ions for giving the chemical reaction. This students can always interlink, and studying, remembering hints is helpful for writing the exam without forgetting the points. So you can remember that meconic acid is one of the constituent which is present in the opium alkaloids, which makes salts or which combine with various alkaloids. So it's present. So we can identify whether by means of presence of meconic acid, which can have a red color formation with ferric chloride. Less important alkaloids are like protopine and hydrocotorine are different structure type also present. This is a structure which I want to show you. Just now I discussed. You see the structure of morphine, codeine, thibine. They all are phenanthrene, 3 6-membered ring. But the nitrogen is present outside. So we say morphine derivatives like morphine have 2 OH group. But in codeine that OH is made, one OH is made into OCH3. So that's why we say codeine is a methylated morphine or morphine, ether of morphine. And then dimethyl means thibine. You can see 2 methyl group, OCH3 group. Or if you see diacetylated, which is not shown here, of morphine diacetylated, CH3COO, if you attach, then it becomes heroin. A student can easily write diacetylated. And papaverine and nascopine, they are isoquinoline derivative. You can see the isoquinoline structure of the second position. Nitrogen is present in the quinoline structure of the naphthalene. You can see the second position nitrogen. So isoquinoline derivative with OCH3 and OCH3 groups, if they are present, then they are papaverine and nascopine. The student can easily remember the structure and they will not go mistake once you remember about the structural details in a hints manner what is the difference in them. Chemical test which I told you, remember ferric chloride or ferric ions. Opium is dissolved in water and filtered to a filtrate and ferric chloride solution gives a deep red purplish color. Why? Because of presence of meconic acid. This purple persists even in addition of hydrochloric acid, indicates the presence of meconic acid. When ensues the detection, which ensues, not when, which ensues the detection of opium alkaloids. This test is general for the detection. Morphine gives orange-red color with sprinkling of nitric acid, whereas codeine does not give this test. Morphine solution develops bluish green color upon addition of potassium, ferricyanide and ferric chloride. You should know that ferric ion, how the importance for the morphine alkaloids. Papaverine solution develops a lemon yellow color with hydrochloric acid and potassium ferricyanide solution. So everywhere ferric chloride, ferricyanide, ferric chloride, ferricyanide is there. to give the reaction, so that you can remember. Opium adulterants adulterated with sugary fruits, gums, powdered poppy capsules and other substances. Adulteration is now useless. Product is first analyzed and the price is paid depending on the content of morphine and other alkaloids. So this is red color flower, usually white color flower is also there. Allied drugs are red color, you can see papaver, dubium, papaver, orientate, papaver, orgimone, hybrids of papaver somniferum and papaver orientate. These species does not possess morphine content. Users, you should know that it is used as hypnotic, sedative and analgesic, but have addiction properties. So, given in severe pain, post-operative pain, or the patient does not show response to other analgesic, it stimulates the CTZ, that means chemo trigger receptor, which you might have studied in your antihistamine action, all these things when you study the mechanism. CTZ is one of central nervous system you might have studied in the medulla, which leads to nausea and vomiting. Codeine is a mild anesthetic which is not it is potent to aspirin, relieves local irritation in the bronchial tract, and it is used as an antitussive. For small children, codeine syrup, Pfizer codeine syrups are available. You might have seen Corex syrup. Papaverine has smooth muscle relaxant activity. It has smooth muscle relaxant activity, papaverine. Narcotine or nascopine used in cough preparation due to depressant action or on the cough reflex. Diacetyl morphine, heroin, which we know that it is known as heroin, has more narcotic analgesic effect than morphine. But it is restricted drug which cannot be used without the permission of the government. Narcotic drugs. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Please revise your subject by means of listening to the class.